Okay, let's go. Souls. Come on. Come on, game.
Welcome home. Very well. Then
What do I
touch the
need to
dark
level
egg.
up? I remember how many. Okay, 20,000.
Ashen One, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how. Ashen One, bring me farewell.
I'm actually gonna upgrade the Forlorn Great Sword.
It wasn't he.
Or follow, whatever the Abyss Watchers one is. Farron Greatsword. Sorry.
Perfect. I go.
How have
Oh, it's Smo's armor. Can be huge. It's cool.
Ashen One?
What the heck? Okay. What's up, Yo Jimbo? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna say I should be able to go up here. Guinevere. Time for chest, but visions of illusion. Only I had a chest. And Princess Rangwood. Gradually restores HP. That's huge. Dat boy Mike, thank you for following here. Actually, really quickly, I'm gonna actually do that. Are you liking Dark Souls 3 so far? I love this game. I love Dark Souls 3. It's so fun. It's so fun. Even my crash outs that have happened I'm enjoying the game a lot. Even with that in mind, a lot of fun. Alright, give me just a quick second, guys, because I am going to actually add a sound cue to those alerts on stream so I can actually see when they come up and I'm not accidentally missing stuff from people. I would hate to do that. Alerts. Edit alert. Alert sound. This will be the sound that we have. Nice. That works. Cool. Okay. Okay, how do I change the, what's that guy? Sound. There we go. Upload sound. Save. Test it. Perfect. Why is it playing it twice? What? I promise I won't spoil anymore. What's up, Richie? Welcome back. You're good, man. It's fine. No worries. No worries. I appreciate no spoilers, but it's not a big deal. Not that one anyway. It's not a big deal. I like to find out stuff on the game on my own, like the whole Anor Londo thing. Like if I was told ahead of time that I wasn't, that I would be going to Anor Londo, or this is Anor Londo, that would have ruined that whole moment for me, which obviously that would have been annoying, but I love that. What am I playing on? I'm playing on PC. We're playing on PC. My apologies for a moment here, chat. I'm just fixing the sound. Why is it playing it twice? That's the thing I don't get. Can you guys hear this, by the way? When I do this, can you hear any audio from the alert that's coming through? I mean, I imagine you guys probably can't because it's coming through, OBS and not directly in the game. But I'm just curious. Nope. Did you see the banner? Okay. Gotcha. I have it as the Dark Souls moan whenever you get hit and take damage in Dark Souls 1. Oh. Okay, let me just double check one thing real quick, guys. My apologies. I should have done this before. I got off a couple hours ago, but I'm doing it now. Yes. Audio from browser source only. Yep, this is what I want. Okay, so I can control audio via OBS. Huge. Okay, good. So I don't want to have to mess with that stuff. So, okay. Now let's see if you guys hear it. The moan in Dark Souls 1 is for pleasure. True. I'm a content creator myself, so wondering if you have any advice. I'm not much of a content creator that you should be like looking for advice. Just make the kind of stuff that you like, man. This is the kind of the way I see it. I was planning on playing Dark Souls for the first time on my own. It's so turned on. Nice. Oh. That's so funny, man. Holy shit. That's awesome. I can't hear it on my end though, so let me really quickly see, because it might be something where it's like I need to have monitoring on for it. On all the different audio channels. I'm gonna change it just to one. Maybe that's why. Mono, and then monitor on and output. Alright, let's see now. Yeah. Nice. This is huge for us. I don't know why the YouTube one has it as the YouTube one has it like doubled for some reason. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. I love it. I love it. Up. Okay. So funny, man. Holy shit. I love it. Alright, last thing, I'm just trying to make sure that it lines up correctly. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, guys. Alright, now we'll actually get into the game. Sorry about that. But to answer your question, I mean, I was already gonna play these games anyway. After I beat Elden Ring, I was like, I need to play through all the Dark Souls games because I loved it so much. So, I was already planning on playing through all of the, the Souls games again. Or not again, for the first time, because I'd only played Elden Ring prior. Excuse me. I thought to myself, I'm already gonna play it anyway, might as well just live stream it, right? And I figured it'll be good content. So as far as, you know, looking for advice, I mean, just do what you would normally do, and if you're gonna be like gaming content creator, play the kind of games you want to play. Just enjoy it though. Have fun. Play the games that you would want to play. And just record yourself. And actually no, let me rephrase. This is the better thing. Make the kind of content and the kind of videos that you yourself would want to watch. Because that's why part of why I came up with this. I was like, I'm already gonna play through the Souls games anyway. Might as well live stream it, because then I can get basically my reaction, first time reaction to playing through these games. And that makes for great content, because I love watching videos of people playing through my favorite video games for the first time to see their reactions to stuff. And so I figured that that would resonate with a lot of people who wanted to do the same thing for Dark Souls, you know? They love Dark Souls, they want to see the reaction of a new player coming to the game for the first time, right? So that's my advice. If I was going to give any advice, but I'm in no ways professional or someone to give advice. But if I was, do the kind of things that you want to enjoy, and make the kind of content and kind of videos and streams that you personally would want to watch and find entertaining. Dark Souls series is a good start because it's always popular. Yeah. It's not my first time streaming either. I've streamed, like, when I was younger, like 10 years ago, I streamed pretty regularly, but I was always, one, I wasn't entertaining. Two, it was always games that no one really had an interest in watching. And three, I just, in general, didn't have a good mindset for, like, what is actually good content and people would find entertaining in general. But now, things have changed. I'm older, I think I'm more entertaining. And quite frankly, I have a better understanding now of what kind of content is more entertaining in general. So therefore, people are watching. But you are right. The source of it is definitely a big part of it, because Dark Souls is always popular, for sure. Visions of Monster? Huh? Oh, that just scared me, holy. Have I played Dark Souls 2? I started Dark Souls 2 and I didn't like it. I beat Dark Souls 1 on stream. Happiness this place again. I started Dark Souls, I played through Dark Souls 1 on stream. I started Dark Souls 2. I beat the first boss of it and I just did not like it. I just couldn't get behind it. The new systems were not great. Gameplay just didn't feel like Dark Souls. It just really didn't feel like the first game. I was not about it. So I skipped it and we moved right on to Dark Souls 3. I don't know where I need to go now. Hello. Oh yes. Ooh, Silver Knight leggings. Wait, was that a helmet? No. And nor would I part with the Abyss Watcher's helmet anyway. So. Okay. So. Look at all these blood stains. Holy shit, so many people have died to these guys up here. How did that hit me? Hello? That was crazy. You guys see that? Like, that didn't connect with me. How did that hit me? Still a good game though compared to other games, just not as good as other From titles. Yeah, no, I get that, and I will play Dark Souls 2 probably on my own off stream, but I just didn't feel super compelled to play it at this particular moment when I knew that Dark Souls 3 was right in front of me, and I would rather go and play that. And on top of that, I just wasn't, like I said, I just wasn't having a huge fun time with it, so. Maybe I'll play it again, and if I do, it'll probably be off stream. Maybe I'll play it on stream. I don't know. You guys let me know. By the time we get to the end of this whole Souls marathon, so after this we're going to go Bloodborne, then Sekiro, and then we'll play Elden Ring again. Once we get to the end of this whole marathon, if you tell me, hey, I want to watch you play Dark Souls 2 and Demon Souls, then yeah, I'll probably go back and do it. But it is worth noting, Richie, you're right. It's still a good game, just, you know, compared to other games. Just not a particularly great FromSoft game. I'm trying to think, I'm thinking back to my knowledge of Anor Londo from the first game. Like, where would I have gone next? I don't think there's anywhere else to go from inside the palace here, is there? Because up to Guinevere's chambers, which I went to, and he's obviously gone. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else. I think it's just back this way, activating the lift again to go down. Hell nah. Go to Bloodborne. I thought you mentioned you wouldn't play Bloodborne. No, I absolutely plan to play Bloodborne. A lot of people say Bloodborne's their favorite FromSoft game, so I'm definitely playing it. Absolutely. No, like I said, the only Souls game that I, at the moment, am like, I have no plans to play it, at least in the immediate future, is Dark Souls 2 and potentially Demon Souls. Next game after this is going to be Bloodborne, then it's going to be Sekiro, and then we're playing Elden Ring again. I may play Dark Souls 2, and it might be off-stream rather than on-stream, and Demon Souls is kind of in the same boat. I'm undecided on that one, so you guys will have to let me know by then when we get there. If you're like, yeah, I want to watch him play Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2 all the way through. I get it, Dark Souls 2 can get frustrating sometimes, but in my opinion, it's not a bad game by any means. Currently doing a video on it. Nice. I'll have to check out your video. I want to see. Maybe I can learn a thing or two. Oh, we should go to the painted room. Holy shit, I just realized. We should go to the painted room. Which that's the... over there, so actually we... it's up one. It's your favorite too? Yeah. That's what I hear a lot of people say. Pretty much the consensus that I hear from people is that their favorite Souls game is either Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3, or Bloodborne. And then there's a couple, you know, people in the middle of there where they say that Sekiro is their favorite, and then a couple that say Dark Souls 1 is their favorite. But most commonly, what I hear is that people's favorite games from FromSoft are either Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3, or Bloodborne. Well. Oh, there's a bonfire over there. Yeah. Visions of bonfire. So close, but so far. Must be a way to get down, get like from the bottom up then, you know? I think I need to descend. I'm just kind of looking, surveying the area right now, trying to see what my options are. I think we go up top and see if there's a way that I can descend from there. I have enough souls to level up, so before I do anything else, I actually want to go back to the shrine to level up. So, I want your guys' opinion. I was going to be leveling up strength most of the time. However, I'm debating leveling dex.
Welcome home.
Because with strength, I can two-hand weapons. Therefore, it cuts the strength requirement in half, right? So then the question becomes, if I could just put more points into dex, I can use dex weapons that are higher requirements, and the strength ones. So we actually do this more of a quality build versus just one strength or dex. There's an invisible path towards the tower. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. Because one, you could be lying, and I just run off the edge, for one. For two, if I want to know a path forward or anything, I'll ask about it. I prefer not to have, like, info or anything given to me. Probably gonna go stamina for the moment. Eventually remind to do this. Pin that message. Okay, so now people come into the stream now. Quality build is always a good choice. You can play any weapons. That's kind of my thought, right? Is then I'm not limited to, like, oh, I'm only going to be able to use these weapons, or I'm only going to be able to use these. Because then I can kind of play off of all of them, especially in my first playthrough for Dark Souls 3, because I want to try everything. More times to get there? Yeah. It'll take more time, that's true. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Hold. Oh, no worries, Stat Boy. It's fine. You don't know, so. And now you know. Have the message up there. Now it's pinned in Twitch as well, so we're good.
Ashen One, may the
Alright. Back to Anor Londo. Hold on. Idea. Oh my god, I almost just, holy shit. Ha 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 ha! It's there. Work smarter, not harder, kids. I'm used to seeing messages here, so that's why it threw me off. I'm so terrified that I'm just gonna like take one step and all of a sudden, boom, I'm off the edge, you know what I'm saying? Oh! Oh! Crystal Cave survival, I see. Bro, that fucking Crystal Cave, man. You know exactly what kind of hell I've been through. Okay, now from here, we should be able to drop down, it looks like. Oh, the painted people. Go. Another bonfire at the bottom? Oh, this is the... Oh! Oh, I see. I'm back here. Okay. Okay, yeah, and now I'm going down. Further down. we descend. Who's your hardest boss so far? The dogs. The dogs of this whole area. Right there. Without a doubt. If you were here in the stream earlier, you know that the dogs are my... Huh, it's a message. Are you asking? Wait, so Dad Boy, are you asking who the hardest boss, who the hardest boss is for me thus far in Dark Souls 3, or in all the Dark Souls games I've played thus far, like in Dark Souls 1 as well? Oh my goodness, look at all these freaking ghosts down here. Dark Souls 3. Honestly, I honestly kind of feel like it was Pontiff Sullivan. Like I want to say it was Abyss Watchers thus far, but I don't even feel like I had as much difficulty on the Abyss Watchers as I did on Pontiff. So, I mean, I'm still relatively early in the game. So, I don't know. I guess I would say probably Pontiff, if I had to pick one. But Abyss Watchers is easily my favorite of the bosses that I fought thus far, hence why I have them wearing their armor, because it's just so cool. I was just going to heal. That's so unfortunate. Alright, what's gonna fast travel down to that other one, so we don't have to do all the jumping. Yeah, Pontiff was the first boss where I'm like, okay, I have to actually, like, really lock in here. Like, Vort was a moment, too, where it's like, I gotta lock in, but it wasn't, like, a major, I have to lock in to really get this shit done. Pontiff, I was like, okay, no more distractions, no more reading chat, I need to just lock in and get this done, because he's kicking my ass. Yeah, I don't know how long it took me to kill him. I think it took me... It's probably like 40-ish minutes, 45 minutes maybe. I know it was less than an hour, but it was very close to a full hour for me. Praise the message. Huh, it's a message. Want to get to that chest over there. Great chest ahead. Ooh, there's... tend to be over leveled before I go to a boss. Yeah, that's how I was when I first fought Radahn in Elden Ring. I'd heard so many things about Radahn that when I went to go fight him, I was paranoid, and so I just got super over leveled, so I beat him in like 3 tries. And afterwards I was like, wait, that guy was hard? Then I realized, well yeah, he is normally hard, I just was so paranoid, I fucking over leveled like crazy, so he wasn't hard for me. But not because of my own skill or anything, it was literally because I got overpowered. What? Let's go here. Oh, it's... got it. Oh. Oh my goodness gracious, that is terrifying. I don't feel proud of myself. Why? You beat Ornstein as well. There's no reason to not feel proud. Doesn't matter how you did it, as long as you did it. That's how I feel with Souls games. I don't like the gatekeeping shit about like you didn't actually beat this boss unless you did it completely level 1 without any armor and no weapons. It's like, who cares? Like, actually, who cares? If you weren't meant to beat this boss in a certain way, that way wouldn't be in the game. If you weren't meant to beat a boss using magic, then magic would not be a feature in the game. Or the boss would be immune to all magic effects. Like, think about it like that. Like, if this was the intent of the developers, then that would not be a feature you could use. You're creating artificial restrictions for yourself, and then judging people based on the artificial restrictions you created. It doesn't make any sense. It just makes you look like an asshole for no reason. Why I can't stand that stuff. Okay. There was another way. There was another path. Oh. Yeah, like I remember my first time playing Elden Ring. I used Mimic Tear for... I didn't use Mimic Tear too much, but not because I wanted to like fight without it. It was because the Mimic actually got in the way a lot of the times when I was fighting, and so it actually was like messing me up. So I've actually found it easier without it. But the bosses I used Mimic Tear on in when the first time I ever played Elden Ring, which was my first Souls game too, so it was my first time ever with this kind of game. I used Mimic Tear and like summons and stuff. I used summons on Margit. I used Mimic Tear on what's it called? On Ornstein Smo, on Godskin Nobles and the Godskin Duo. And then I used it on Elden Beast, and then I also used it on the final boss of Shadow of the Erdtree. I think there was another place. It's like I confessed to my church bishop that I used Mimic for Radahn. Maybe I did too, I don't remember. That's funny. But then by my second playthrough, I didn't use Mimic Tear on any boss, because I was like, I'm familiar with the game now. I don't feel like I need it. Not crazy, right? Like, I remember there was a whole cavern area that led down. In a second here, I might actually ask you guys for some help, because I'm not interested. I mean, unless you guys want to watch me aimlessly wander around Anne Orlando for like a couple hours here. But I doubt anyone wants to watch that. So it might be better for me to just, you know, get the advice to see where I ideally should be going. And then be on my way, right? You bitch. Come on. Come closer. How? Oh, I didn't have stamina. That's unfortunate. Oh, from up top I can drop down and get that item. Let's do that. This is huge for us. Am I not allowed to? I'm like spamming RB, and I guess I'm just not allowed to attack here. Oh, there's a path this way. Okay. Good to know. Oh. Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. What's that do? Greatly boosts miracles. Get the fuck out of here with this magic shit. I'm a simple man. Armor, big sword. That is how I play these games. Knight's armor, ideally, but right now the armor, this armor is cooler, so I'm using the Abyss Watchers instead of like Knight's armor. Have I played Elden Ring DLC? I've beaten all of Elden Ring 4 times. Base game, and then I beat the DLC once. So yes, I have played the Elden Ring DLC. That was my first Souls game. That's where my love of this genre began, and I was like, holy shit, these games are amazing. I want to go back and play all of them. And then, you know, a year later of other games, eventually me being like, you know what, now's the time. I'm gonna play it. So that's what started this whole Souls like marathon I'm on now. So yes, I have played the DLC. In fact, I actually would say that my favorite Elden Ring boss in the entire game is in the DLC. Messmer. I genuinely feel like Messmer is my favorite boss in all of Elden Ring. I really liked fighting him. It was a lot of fun. Genuinely fun, and when I died, it wasn't... When I died, it was never annoying or bullshit or irritating. It was just like that, this is a fight I need to learn. I really, really like the Mesmer fight. Which is funny, because I saw a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but I saw a decent amount of people, like, upset with the Mesmer fight. Like, they didn't think it was good. I'm like, bro. I'm like, what? Yeah, same, Elden Ring is where I started, yeah. Because what happened was, I'm a massive God of War fan, right? I love God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok. I have played a little bit of the older games, but I'm mostly, like, most of what I've played of God of War is the newer games. And so 2022 rolls around, God of War Ragnarok is up for Game of the Year, and then Elden Ring wins. And I'm hearing everything about how, like, oh, Elden Ring is, like, the greatest game ever made. I'm like, okay, this game won Game of the Year. I should probably actually try it out and see. Bought the game. I tried it. I made it past Margit, and I was like, I don't know if, I mean, this is fun, but, like, I don't know if it's really my kind of fun, you know? I don't really know if this is something I want to put a lot of time into. And so massive. I love those messages. And so, and so when the game, so then I tried, and I put the game down. I was like, I don't know if this is for me. And I didn't touch Elden Ring again for like a year. Then around like January 2024-ish, I believe it was. By that point, there was a lot of talk around the Elden Ring DLC. And I'm like, okay, I was looking for a new game to play. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is the time for me to actually give Elden Ring another try. And so, I was like, fuck it, I'll play Elden Ring again, give it a genuine shot. By the time I reached Godric, I was like, this is the greatest game ever made. I was like, this is so good. And so then I played through the whole thing, and then I got so into different build variety that I ended up playing the game again, and again, and again. So I got through 4 full playthroughs with different builds each time before the DLC came out. I literally did my 4th playthrough specifically to create a character that I would take into the DLC. And then I played through the DLC, and it was just amazing. I love Elden Ring so much, and that was the point where I was like, I owe it to myself, to this genre, to go back and play all the games of this studio, because this is amazing. That's my my message. Not sure if I enjoy Elden Ring DLC. It's not better than the base game, like Dark Souls 1 DLC is. Way better than the base game. So are the DLCs from titles. Yeah, I think that the DLC of Dark Souls 1 is objectively better than the base game. Let's see here. Yeah, the base game of Dark Souls 1 DLC is objectively better than the base game, like, by far. When I think about the best bosses, other than Ornstein and Smough, when I think about the best bosses of Dark Souls 1, they're all in the DLC. Manus, and Artorias. Best bosses in that game, and they're both in the DLC. And then when I think about Elden Ring, most of the bosses I think about that I love are in base game, except for Mesmer. Outside of Mesmer, I think that I think you're right. Outside of Mesmer, I think the bosses in Elden Ring's base game are better than the DLC, which is good because, in my opinion, that's how it should be. Your base game should be the standard that you put all of your hard work and energy into. I'm not saying you shouldn't try to one-up yourself with the DLC and make it better. But generally speaking, your best work and the majority of all of your efforts should mostly be shown in the base game. Because otherwise, then it comes across as like, oh, so what? You saved all the good characters and all the good design? What? You saved all the good characters and all the good design for the DLC? And didn't put it in the base game? Like, if every single base game character, or base game boss sucked ass, and then every single DLC one was amazing and awesome, people would be like, what the fuck, where was this in the base game? Would you guys just, like, hold off all your good shit until we had to pay additional money for it? That's insane. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck I missed those hits. I'm gonna be real, Richie. I have no clue. That was just unbelievable to me. No idea how that happened. I hated Consort Radahn first time I fought him, but when I played through the game over and over again, I started liking him. I've only ever played through the DLC once. I played through the base game 4 times of Elden Ring, and I only played through the DLC once. And this was my experience. I hated Consort Radahn. I think Consort Radahn is actually one of the worst bosses FromSoft has ever made. Now, context here, I did play him pre-nerf. Fuck. I played him before he got nerfed and, like, adjusted. So my experience with him was, this boss is so over-designed, it's insane. He has so many insanely crazy, overwhelming attacks. Nothing, it's so irritating, it's so bad. I hated it. Hated it. Where is it? And so after I beat Consort Radahn, I just was like, okay, I'm done with Elden Ring for now. I just stopped playing the game. I haven't played it since. And that's kind of what got me like, man, I want to play Elden Ring again. I'm like, I can't just go play Elden Ring when I told myself I was going to play all the other FromSoft games that I haven't. But here we are, playing all the other FromSoft games. That's my thing, is there's no... That's, in my opinion, that's the only time that I don't like a boss's design. When there's absolutely zero time for me to heal or get my own attacks in, it's like, okay, I just, this isn't, in my opinion, this is not a great boss design, because it's like, there's no breathing room for me to react to anything you're doing. It's literally just, okay, so my entire time fighting this boss is I'm rolling and I'm running. That's it. That's all I'm doing this whole fight. What type of map do you like? Walking, like in the first half of Dark Souls 1, warping with Torrent? Or warping or Torrent? I like Torrent more. I enjoy the walking around of being able to see the gorgeous level design and the map and the scenery of the game. Like, it's incredible. However, I like the ability with Torrent that I can do that on a horse, because you get to experience a lot of incredible, like, open world scenery, like big vast fields or snowy mountains, or you know, the massive underground chasms of Elden Ring that you can explore on Torrent, that in my opinion just makes for a much more visually pleasing environment. But at the same time, I also love being on foot, walking around and getting to see everything, you know, step by step. So it's a trade-off with each one, but if I had to pick one, it would be Torrent. I personally like that more. Which is why it blows my mind when I see some people be like, oh yeah, Elden Ring is not... When I saw someone was like, as far as Elden Ring is concerned, you know, FromSoft did a good... they did an okay job with their first open world. Critical foe ahead. I already saw it. I saw the freaking chain. I know what they're all about. What? Why is it not looking on? You know, like, I did an okay job. I'm like, okay. Okay? Like, it's one of the greatest open worlds I've ever seen. Every single little part is just vast detail. It's incredible. What are you talking about, okay? Like, what? Like, the base world alone would be fine, but there's 3 different levels. It's like you have the base world. Well, actually, I think it's 2. So there's like the normal, you know, overworld, and then you have the underground that is just crazy. There's so much good stuff in the Elden Ring world. It's amazing. It takes the insane level of detail, quality, and interconnectivity of something like Dark Souls, and it brings it into an open world environment, which is amazing. I love it. Alright, I should head back this way, because then I can head back up to the top, get my souls, and deal with those freaking Silver Knights that are shooting ballistic missiles at me as I'm running up the rooftops. Oh, I thought I came this way. My bad. I'm getting all turned around here. The SOAs. How good is it compared to games like Witcher 3 or Skyrim? Better than Skyrim. And I know it's popular to hate on Bethesda games, but I'll tell you right now that Skyrim is one of the greatest games ever made, because when you consider it for its time. The game can't, and I'm talking about vanilla Skyrim. Modded Skyrim, still to this day in 2025, is one of the greatest games ever made. However, vanilla Skyrim is one of the greatest games of all time, considering its age and its time. 2011. It was the open world game. It defined what was considered to be like a high quality open world, with radiant quests that you could repeat over and over again. Amazing worlds, expanding on the beloved Elder Scrolls lore, and getting able to explore such a variety of world environments of snowy tundras mixed with you know, grassy forests, and then the swampy kind of areas in the southern parts of like Riften. Skyrim is a great example of a very, very well made and artistically beautiful open world. With that said, I think that Witcher 3 is better compared to Skyrim. Like if we're comparing open worlds, it's a bit of a different thing, right? Because you're comparing Elden Ring, which is an open world game where the story is told in the environment, the items, the places you go, rather than mostly anyway, rather than by NPCs directly. Some story is told by NPCs directly, of course, but for the most part, the story is told by the environment, by the items you find, so on and so forth. Ugh. Whereas Witcher, with something like Skyrim and Witcher, most of the time is not. If I had to compare them side by side, Skyrim, Witcher, Skyrim, Witcher, or Elden Ring as far as like a good, which is the best open world game, Elden Ring is the best one of the three of them as a game. As far as with Witcher very close behind, by the way, and then Skyrim. If you were considering just the open world element and nothing else, Elden Ring. If you're considering the open world element combined with the storytelling of the open world and the characters that live in them, definitely Witcher, with a very close behind is Skyrim. And I know, like I said, that, Skyrim is one of the greatest open world games ever made, and here I am saying that Elden Ring and Witcher is better in every way. Not entirely true. That it's not entirely better in every way. Oh shit. I forgot he was there. Skyrim is better than Witcher in the sense that it allows for more unique character customization of your specific character and how you want to play. Because you're much more of a blank slate than something like Geralt. And I think that lends itself better to a pure open world experience because it allows for you to really kind of make your own place within the world rather than trying to feel like you're trying to fill Geralt's shoes within it. I'm not saying Witcher is bad by any means in that. I just think that for the quintessential open world experience, I think that something like Bethesda, with being able to create your own character from a blank slate, makes for a better open world experience than something like playing a pre-existing, determined character. With that said, though, I personally like Witcher 3 more than Skyrim as a game. But I think that Skyrim, in comparison to like an open world RPG, is better than Witcher because of those elements. But I like Witcher 3 more as a game because I find the story really great, the characters, and I love Geralt. And the open world is amazing and all that shit. As far as Elden Ring is concerned, it's a different kind of game. It's not really focused on linear narrative storytelling. It's environmental narrative, environmental storytelling, so it's a different kind of thing. But all three games are masterpieces in their own right, in their own respective things. Skyrim has, Skyrim is a perfect example of how best to put the player in a world where they feel like their actions have genuine consequences and ramifications for everything they do. I would love to get out of this corner. But that's not going to be today. Witcher has a great... Elden Ring is a great way of showing the open world and the beauty of it and allowing you to feel the scope and the scale while also feeling like you can explore and understand more. The more you explore, the more you learn of this world. And Witcher has a good kind of balance between the two, in my opinion. Witcher also feels more alive than Skyrim does in terms of an open world, just because of the characters. I think that's where Witcher outshines Skyrim in the open world space, is that it has, the characters feel more alive. Whereas Skyrim, it's like the world itself is alive, whereas Witcher, it's like the characters in the world are living. It feels more immersive and natural in that way. But I saw your message before and I was rambling, sorry. Be honest, Skyrim or Oblivion? Oblivion. Now, the question is that nostalgia, or is that actually just, I think Oblivion's a better game? Were I to not have played the Oblivion remastered, I would have told you that it was probably nostalgia of why I think Oblivion's better. But having played Oblivion remastered and then played modded Skyrim and all that, I think that Oblivion is a better game. Now, I think Skyrim is awesome, don't get me wrong, I love Skyrim. But comparing those two specifically, I think that Oblivion is the better game. I rolled. I had no stamina, that's so unfortunate. I rolled that. Fuck you. Ooh, I got the Silver Knight helm. Sick. I think, but overall, I think that there are things that Skyrim does better than Oblivion. Like, for example, I think the perk system is better in Skyrim than it is in Oblivion. I used to think that the Oblivion version was better with the major skills that you level. It allows for more creativity. I thought that until I replayed Oblivion Remastered. I think that Skyrim's perk system is actually much better because it allows for you to make adjustments to your build, and literally your character essentially is formed out of the way that you play the game, not out of what you decide at the very beginning. It reminds me a lot of like Elden Ring, actually, and Dark Souls, and the way that Dark Souls does their skill system. Where it's like you're not choosing a class at the beginning of the game that defines the entire game for you. Yeah, you choose a class at the beginning, but it doesn't have an effect on the entire game for you. It's not like because you choose freaking like Knight in the beginning of Dark Souls 3, suddenly you can't use magic at all. No, you just level up, you put points into magic skills, and then you start using magic items. And that is much more in line with something like, and you can do that in Oblivion too, sure, but like Skyrim does it better where you are starting with nothing but racial bonuses. So just your character race of what you made, and then you are able to make adjustments based on items you find in the game, spells you find, and you're able to add to it. So that is one thing that I personally think Skyrim does better than Oblivion, is the skill system. However, outside of that, the world in Oblivion feels more interesting than Skyrim. The characters, the quests are better. The gameplay, in my opinion, actually, outside of the ability to dual wield, which I think is a major Skyrim W, outside of that, I think that Oblivion actually has better combat and better gameplay. And it certainly has better magical items, in my opinion, because both of them are really, really crazy. Because Skyrim, you can make all your own armor and weapons and enchant all of them and do all this other stuff. And then as far as so you could make stuff really powerful. Oblivion, you can't make your own weapons and armor, but you can enchant your own stuff, and you can also you can make your own spells, which is huge. Okay, I think I honestly I'm wondering if there's even anything else in Anor Londo for me to find now. Like, genuinely, I feel like I've explored everything. And I don't know where to go next. Let's head back to the Firelink Shrine. Let's level up. And then we'll kind of plan our next steps. Figure out where we want to go. This is my only thing I don't like about Souls games. You miss 2 bonfires and 2 hidden walls. Okay. Am I gonna be told where they are? This is the only thing I'm not a huge fan of with Souls games. Where it's just so easy, I feel like it's so easy to miss things, you know? And it's not even a bad thing. It's not even something where I'm like, man, this is such a terrible thing with Souls games. No, it's not a terrible thing. It's a good problem to have if you're gonna have a problem. Is that there's so much good shit in the world. But it's, you know, it's kind of easy to miss stuff, you know? Only if you ask, boss. That's me asking.
Very well, then take Naru.
I didn't ask to be told if there were bonfires and hidden walls, but here we are. So, where are they? Yeah, we'll go keep on strength. Actually, no. I want endurance. I want more stam.
Farewell, Ashen
I want more
One.
stammy. But what is this? Because I saw this before. Guess I can't go through. Let me out of here. Fog wall. No, I'm gonna phrase that. That's funny. Let me out of here. Holy King Lothric, last hope of his line. Yeah. St. Alders in the Deep, which I put his shit there. I hate that I can't jump. Or jump that, like, you know, dedicated jump button and all that. Fire bonfires right after you fought the two guys with the Drang spheres. First bonfire is right after you fought the two guys with the Drang spheres. The other is just before the rotating lever tower. You have to slash at the wall with a statue. Okay. Hello.
Ah, there you are, unkindled one. I wish to express my gratitude for trusting a lowly pyromancer and allowing me to gaze upon this majestic flame. As promised, I will impart pyromancies to you. But first, you'll need a flame of your own. Careful you don't burn yourself with it.
Well, let's learn the pyromancy. Why not? Let's dabble a little bit here. Flash sweat. That's the average. This is the average Dark Souls, the least sweaty Dark Souls player. Intense sweating increases fire damage absorption. Great powerful giant flame in hand. Fire Surge. Fire Surge is only 2. Let's get Fire Surge and let's get Fireball.
Do not be gone for long. What is a teacher with a... Ah, there I am.
Welcome.
To learn pyromancies, you must vow to become my pupil. I know, but such is the way of the world. Respect your elders and so on. And pyromancy, of course, is no exception. Oh, we'll need a pyromancy tome to learn more advanced pyromancies. Though unorthodox, that would be the most expedient way to make progress. If this were the Great Swamp, and you had the luxury of time, we could have trained you the hard way.
What's up, Loping Chief? Want to platinum this game? It will be a grind if you don't do multiplayer because of Covenant items. I might end up trying to 100% complete the game, but it's gonna be something that I do probably off stream. I'm not gonna try to go through all of that on stream, or if I do, it's gonna be like very, very, you know, scarcely. Like I'll do it occasionally. I'm gonna play through all the main bosses and everything and explore all the main areas and all that shit on stream, of course. But if I'm trying to really go for 100%, yeah, maybe I'll probably do a lot of that off stream, so I don't have to really show that. And that's only if I decide to do it. I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna do that yet anyway.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece. Well, now it's time I do my part, huh?
Hello, Grirat. Oh, he has embers. This is big. I want to sell him something quick, just that I don't need. If I can then buy ember.
Do me a favor and don't forget our promise. Give this ring to old Loretta at the base of the high wall. A nuisance, I know, but it will help me tie up some loose ends.
Took me a while of playing on and off, multiple months to get everything. Yeah, it's gonna be something that's gonna take a while for me. I never platinum my Souls games. I've become much more of a completionist in recent years. Years past, I was not much of an achievement hunter, completionist, whatever you want to call it, trophy hunter and all that. But I've become more so as I've gotten older, which is funny because it's like, for me, I don't have unlimited time anymore. Like comparatively to how I was when I was younger. You know, obviously younger in high school, college, whatever. You have more free time. But now I'm a grown ass bald man. I don't have free time to do whatever I want to do and just play video games all the time. Especially now because I'm starting a new job in like a week. So there's a lot of there's a lot to be said about when I buy a game and I play it. I want to go through all of it. I want to fully complete every ounce of it so I can really experience it all, you know?
Well, hasn't it been some time? I'm Leonard, the Ringfinger. Remember me? I slipped you those red eyes some time ago.
Yes, I remember.
You're making quite an effort of it, so I thought you might like to know. If you yearn for a proper red-eye orb, one that is uncracked, then kill the Dark Wraith, survivor of the land swallowed by darkness. He has been a prisoner for many ages in the deepest cell in all Lothric. I can see it in your eyes. If you didn't invade, didn't pillage, whatever would you do? If you fancy him, then he is my...
Offer cinders of a lord? Goes here. Oh, is this the Abyss Watchers? Yeah, yeah. That makes sense with all the swords. Okay. Let's try to find the other shit. The first bonfire is right after you fought the two guys with the Drang Spheres. I don't know where that is. I don't know what a Drang Sphere is. Let me know which place I should fast travel to first to try to find them, and I will be right back. So, BRB, guys. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that delay. Okay. Pontiff Sullivan. Run across the courtyard. There's a hidden wall on the left side. Fuck. So when does that guy wake up? I thought it was just the other one. Aha! Whoa. Whoa. It's one of those fucking things again. This is the hardest boss I've fought thus far, by the way. Someone asked earlier, I think it was Dat Boy. Who's the hardest boss I've fought? It's these things. One shot. Fucking one shot instantly by that shit. I hate those enemies so much. We'll get him though. I rolled that. Why am I stuck on this guy's ankles? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't get that. Or you hate dogs. You heard right, Richie. Hitboxes of those enemies are so bullcrap sometimes. True. I had such a hard time fighting this first enemy when we first got to this place. On the bridge. Obnoxious. One shot? One singular shot? Titanite demons are really stupid, that's true. Guys, I got my 0 souls. This is big. What I don't like is their double hitbox. Get out of my game. I don't belong here. This game is mine. Huh? McDonald? Yeah, sure. Why not? Well, yeah, obviously I'm gonna kill both. I just was curious what that was. Oops. Ooh. Oh, huge. That's massive.
Welcome home, I shall speak. Very well, then Tutheg Nari. Let these souls with farewell, Ashnath.
Oh, cool. It's just like in the first game. Stupid fucking bots trying to... They're gross and weird. It's only on Twitch. YouTube, you guys behave. Twitch is full of these fucking freaks. Hello, Touch Me. What a great name. Welcome to the stream. So I think that's it. Where do I go now? There. Huh. No, the thing with it's not just chest ahead for Guinevere. Trust me, it's great chest ahead. You did get the Sun Princess ring right? I don't know. Let me see. Yep, I'm wearing it. One sec, guys. I'm looking something up. Loping Chief is now a subscriber on YouTube. Thank you so much for that, Loping Chief. Distant Manor, time for dungeon. Okay, let's go. Yeah, this is where I was trying to figure out where to go. Thank you. I don't remember where it was. What bonfire it was at. Just in case, just checking. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. I'm like mid-sip on my drink as that dude walks by, and I'm just like, I was like, oh. Oh my god. This one undead is crazy. Oh my goodness, that scared me. Oh. Oh, great. That reduced my max health. Oh. What the fuck was that? That was crazy. Okay. This is no joke. I need to actually focus up. I was messing around a little bit there. That was scary. My health was just like, worst game of red light, green light. Actually, though. For real. Oh, so I'm back where I was. Okay. I guess if I can hit him through the gate, it makes sense he can hit me. Jump scare incoming? Great. That's fucking reducing my max health shit, man. Excuse me. Fucking Christ almighty. God. Oh my, Jesus Christ. That just scared the fucking... My heart is in my skull right now. Oh my goodness, dude. I wish I had my camera on. That shit was fucking... God damn it. Oh, man. Man. That was, ooh, that was something. Where did that even come from? Like, I actually dropped my controller on my desk after that because that got me so good. I was like, oh my god. That was, yeah, thank you, Miyazaki. Thank you so much. In the words of Donkey, you are an evil man who makes an evil game. Ew. Thank you, Dark Soul. Where's my health? Yay. Dude, like, is it just me, or are the enemies significantly more fucked up looking in Dark Souls 3 than they were in Dark Souls 1? Like, Dark Souls 1, you had your fair share of, like, crazy shit, right? Mostly in, like, Quelaag's Domain and Blighttown. But, like, in Dark Souls 3, it's like every other enemy is, like, an absolute abomination, a fucking atrocity of some kind of bizarre scientific monstrosity that has been created. I'm not complaining. I think the enemy designs in Dark Souls 3 so far are significantly better than Dark Souls 1. With that said, they're massively fucked up. Ooh, an Estus shard. Huge. is that down? Giant? Yeah, it looks like. Too many cycles in the flame, everything is devolved into obscurity. That makes sense, lore-wise. That makes sense. If that's actually the lore reason too of why that is, that makes perfect sense to me. Right. What I'd like to do is make it to the next bonfire, and then probably call it there. I think that'll be good for tonight. Let's see. Obviously, I'd like to get my souls back first, but we'll see. This arrow looks familiar. Is this near the depths? This looks like it's near the depths. fucking serious? Yeah, I guess we fight him from down here then. They keep spawning? Okay. Shortcut ahead. Oh, rest. Wait, how many souls? Oh, I have enough level up. Yeah, we'll level up and then we'll call it a night.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well. Then touch the Nari.
Would go an even 20 for endurance.
Farewell, I've made the flip.
Alright, that's gonna do it for the stream tonight, guys. It's about 10 p.m. I streamed earlier for about 3 hours-ish, and then I did 2 hours just now, so should be good for today. So that's gonna be it. I appreciate you guys watching. I will be live again probably tomorrow evening to play some more. But that's about it. Appreciate it. If you guys like the stream and you're over on Twitch, be sure to follow so you know when I'm going live. If you guys like the stream over on YouTube and you enjoy watching the shorts that I've been posting from the stream as well, be sure to subscribe, like the video and all that good stuff. So anyway, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.